Welcome back to another episode, friends.
Welcome back to another episode of Come Through. It is your girl, Flex Luther.
Big Flex.
Checking into the motherfucking building. And you know who I'm here with, my A1, my day one, Ashley J.
It's me, Ashley J. Y'all know I ask one thing only, friends, that you put some respect on my motherfucking name, dog. That's it. That's all. And we have a very special guest in the building. Hi, Justine.
Hello. I love that. I was like, oh, okay.
She's like, ooh, intros. Okay.
I'm like, damn, I don't got one like that.
Come on,
Yeah.
Justine. I know you could get something going now.
We've done a time or 102, you know.
I'm like, hi, my name's Justine.
Well,
and that's all I got.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to have you, Justine. So don't worry. We're going to get that intro down by the end of this,
Don't
okay?
trip. We'll come up with something.
You'll get inspired.
That's right. Let's drop the theme song and get into this week's episode. 102.
I know. Get your ass in the car, come through.
Well, friends. I'm, like always, what else is new? Super excited to have Justine on the show. It's another, high school friend of mine.
Yay!
Pulling up to the kickback and just, sharing all the amazing things she has going on. I cannot wait for you to run that resume. But before we even do that, tell the people where they can
find you.
Exactly, where they can get at you.
I am on Instagram at Justine_Monae. And my business page is at Justine Monae MGMT. But you can find it on my main Instagram page.
Yeah, you ain't got to look too far.
Yeah.
You ain't got to look
It's on there.
Right there in the bio.
Okay, right there. I'm really excited. I have just a bunch of questions. I like people who are multi-hyphenate, who have a lot going on.
Multi-hyphenate.
Multi-hyphenate means they get shit done. And
Period.
Justine is the definition of getting shit done, okay?
Yes.
And I cannot wait to jump all into her interview portion and getting to know her and all of that stuff. But
Me too, because I just met Justine.
it's going to be fun. Before we even get into icebreakers, I want you to kind of run that resume. You mentioned your management company, but run that resume. Tell the people, what you do and who you are and why they need to.
Put some respect on it.
Hey.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, so I am a brand and talent manager. So I manage about currently 4 different brands, 16 different talents.
Light work.
No biggie.
No
biggie.
The talents are anything from influencers, models, artists, makeup artists, videographers. So it's like a team. It's basically just people that I've worked with throughout the years, and just kind of put together a team that I manage. And yeah, they're all very different. I can't say I have like one genre where it's like, oh, okay, like
This is what I do.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone's different.
Wow.
Dancers, singers, rappers, like I said, videographers.
Oh, the personalities, I'm sure. Wow.
Yes.
Good
so
times.
Wide and vast.
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm a manager, a mom, a therapist, a friend.
Relationship
Everything.
expert.
Yes,
Everything.
everything.
What you need. Justine got the advice for it. What you need.
It's like, we're not going to hire anybody else. But yeah, so I do all of that. And then, yeah, that's basically kind of like the summary of everything.
Yeah.
You're like, if
that's like in small.
You're like, if I ran down what I actually did, we'd take up
In
all
a
the
day,
pod time.
right,
Okay?
in one day.
So let's just keep it broad strokes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. You are the first manager
Yeah.
we've had.
We've had.
Management team. I keep saying team and I'm like, Justine does it.
She is the team.
She is the
Team Justine.
Justine is 7. Yes.
Team Justine.
Exactly. But you just do so much and I'm excited to hop into that. But let's just warm you up a little bit. So our first little segment is called Icebreakers, and it's basically our way of just letting our audience know a little bit more about you.
How you think?
Yeah,
you
with
know.
our random ass questions that we come up with. Okay.
It's gonna be fun. It's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
fun.
Well, the first one's really simple. The first one is
You
I
can
love
get
it.
with this, or
You
you
can
can
get
get
with
with that.
that.
You can get with this, or you can get with that.
just like the song
Yeah.
says. We're going to ask you 2 questions, or we're going to give you 2 options to a question, and you can only choose one, and whichever one you do not choose is gone forever. Just real
Super
simple.
intense.
Yes.
I know. I'm like, that's okay. Okay.
Super simple like that. No big deal. It'll just be gone forever from existence. So choose wisely. You want to start her off, Flex?
I do.
Okay.
I do. All right. So this or that. Just because it's the holiday season, you know, tis the season to ask these type of things. So Thanksgiving's coming up. By the time you guys are hearing this episode, it will be Thanksgiving. So if you have to pick these 2 Thanksgiving sides, which one would you pick? Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie?
Sweet potato pie.
That's right.
Ooh, she had no hesitation.
Blank, blank.
Sweet
Get
potatoes.
that pumpkin pie out of here. Ooh. Okay.
Well, let's do a bonus.
Out of the,
Okay.
in my opinion, the worst pie options, pumpkin or pecan.
Oh, wow.
I hate pecan.
I'm choosing
I
pumpkin.
like pecan pie.
I like pecan pie too.
Yeah,
I do
like
too.
Pecan pie. I think
Really?
I had
Yeah.
too much pumpkin pie growing up that I think I'm just like.
Oh, you're over
never
it.
again.
Yeah.
I'll fuck both of them up with some Cool Whip. With some Cool Whip.
The sincerity in your face. I'm gonna
Both of them.
Are all 3 of them an option? Can I have a small slice of each one?
Give me a cherry pie too with some ice cream.
No,
Warm cherry pie with cold ice cream on top.
No.
It's fire. Vanilla bean, preferably.
No.
Okay, one more bonus. Thanksgiving side. Mac and cheese or yams?
Mac and cheese.
Damn right.
Too easy for her.
Damn right, Justine.
Yeah, right.
Damn right.
Yeah, because I could do the mac and cheese and then just have the sweet potato pie
That's
for
exactly what
dessert.
I was gonna say. I just had
Problem
somebody's
solved.
yams, and they were the sweetest things. I was like,
Sweeter than mine?
Yes, these are literally candied yams. Like, this is candy.
In a
Like,
can?
This is candy. Like, I'm eating like
Yeah.
candy.
Like-
They were stuck to my teeth. They were so sweet. Okay, you're doing great. Love this energy. Let's keep it going. I'm gonna take a left. This is becoming one of my favorite this or that questions. Makeup sex or I miss you sex?
Yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, we got a stumper.
That is hard. I feel like makeup sex. It's depending on whose fault it is, because then they work harder.
Ooh, what the logic?
A thinker.
A thinker, if you will. The logic, ladies. I love that.
Said,
They do work for it more.
caveat.
Yeah.
As long as it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what I heard.
Well, depending on whose fault it is.
Yeah.
As long as it's not my fault, I'm completely with some makeup. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that girl. I never took it from that approach.
You know, I never thought about it from that perspective because they do now that I think about it. Good one. Good one. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. All right, girl.
She's like, okay, now I know.
This or that. Would you rather have one passion or 10 hobbies?
I would say one passion, because I feel like with one passion comes like a bunch of different other avenues to get there.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
true. It can open the doors for other things that now you already have this in your
Yeah.
arsenal moving forward. Now you can
like
go into
that.
these avenues. I like that too.
Okay. I'm with it. I think you're, breezing past these. Let's just go ahead and take it into deep as a puddle.
Let's do deep as a
So
puddle.
very similar concept. We're going to ask you a question, and usually off first rip, you're like, that's an easy. Wait, hold up. What? I got to think about this a little bit more. So I'm going to ask you if you can change the national anthem to absolutely any song, what song would it be?
Oh my gosh. I don't even, I'd have to think. See, I didn't start off on an easy one.
No, coming in hot.
Nope.
Hot.
Oh, I don't even know. I feel like it has to be a hype song, though.
It could be.
I would,
We've had Saving Grace or Amazing Grace. Saving Grace. Do that too. Save some grace.
I feel
Do that
like,
too.
I mean, I know, it's, the national anthem is, I mean, it makes more sense to probably be like a nice song.
No, do
But
it.
no,
feel
this
like-
is
I
Team
feel like
Justine.
I've had Ride for my niggas. That's my current
International Players Anthem.
Yeah, don't trip, girl. It's whatever your little heart desires.
I got 5 on it. It's been a lot.
I feel like the national anthem because it's sung or played before every sports game.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to be really
Hype.
I like it. I like
so
this energy.
the clean version though, just because it might be too much. But this is actually at my wedding, the song that my bridal party came out to. At the reception, not
I was
the
like,
ceremony.
what?
Okay.
We was getting bucked walking down the aisle, Justin.
Waka flocka? No.
we sent it to the bridal party and they were like, wait, we're gonna play this song. Wait, I'm gonna just hold on.
She wanted to surprise us.
I'm just gonna play it. This is what I feel it should be.
What? Stop. Drop. Shut them down. Open up shop. Hey. Whoa.
So this is what
As
it
a
should
rough
be.
ride. Remember the Harlem
That's
Shake?
what I
I used to really
That was my move for a good like
say.
4 or 5 years.
I used to make my shoulder go out of its pocket sometimes.
I was like, I think this move is over. And then they brought it back in 2010.
Oh, they did.
And
They
I was
brought
like,
it back.
"What? They are really in Harlem shaking.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love that. That was my brother's song.
That's a
Shout
great
out to
national
you,
anthem
Curtis.
song.
That is a great national anthem song, even if it is the clean version. Because
I feel like it just hypes, like
That's perfect.
It hypes you up.
It definitely does.
that
Anybody.
was Little
Yeah.
Curtis's favorite song before T-Ball. So that tells you how old he was. T-Ball. He was like, "Can I hear my song?" He wanted to hear "Move, Bitch," and he wanted to
No, not move, bitch.
Move, Bitch, and he
that-
wanted to hear that.
That's okay. Move, bitch, and it was another DMX song. Which one was it? But my little brother, I remember dropping him when I would be with my mom, dropping him off at kindergarten, and he loved those songs. I don't know what it is.
He
Hype.
loved it.
Yes,
The hype.
It's just like it gets them
Snitches
started.
wanna roll.
Yeah.
Snitches wanna go. That was Curtis in his little baby voice. I was like, "What you know about a snitch?"
Snitch. Snitches? What snitches? Snitches
Spell
get stitches.
snitches. Yeah, right.
Oh,
I
no.
was like, "What the hell?"
I am
Before
dead.
T-ball, he tried to get his little self hype just to miss the ball on the tee. I was like, "What's happening here, sir?"
Sick.
Anyway,
Do you got a new national anthem?
no, I'm keeping it the same.
What's
Ride for my
yours?
niggas.
Oh, okay.
See murder.
I got a new one today. So, R.I.P. Young Dolph, unfortunately.
Yes. R.I.P.
But I'm gonna put 100 Shots as
That's a great one.
100 Shots as our
Talk about
national
getting
anthem.
hype.
Do you know that song?
Yes,
Okay. Because I feel like that's America too. Like, how many motherfuckers have tried to get us and kill us? How you miss a whole 100 shots?
That's
Come
a lot.
on.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Get your aim tight.
Period. So that's the song I'm gonna put on there for whole 100 Shots national anthem.
That whole story just made me really sad. So rest in peace to Young Dolph.
Rest in peace for sure. He was one of my fave. That whole thing. I mean, it's crazy because like they really talk about how rappers can't, go back to their communities after, so once they really blow up and get famous because of shit like that. And it's just crazy because it's happened so many times. Like obviously with Nipsey, it's happened like you see it's like somebody in their own hood from their own community that's in my opinion, on some hater shit.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's
there's
what it is.
there's nothing else you can call it besides hatership. I did want to say, like, outside of just grieving for Dolph, Makita's Cookies, which is the place he was going, it was the place he absolutely loved. It's a Black-owned business that's out in Memphis. It's all boarded up. They have the stigma of being the place where Young Dolph
They're
died.
always gonna have that.
Exactly.
It
So
sucks.
it's just a dark cloud over their business, and I hope that, and even now, like, this is cookie time. This is when you go and you buy. Like, they're missing so much business on top of probably having to go through repairs and all this other stuff. So just prayers, good vibe, love to their family as well, because that's just, it's sad all the way
And
around.
be careful because people really be plotting on you. I saw a video that came out with them like they put it on their Instagram, like obviously wanting to promote, like, fuck yeah, we have Young Dolph, like a city native, city legend here coming to support. So they put it on their Instagram page, and he had said in the video, like, yeah, I come here every time I'm in town. So that's just people out there be plotting on people. You know what I mean? So
that's so sad. That whole thing sucks.
it's so fucking sad.
a week
like
before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so just be careful with your moves. I always say, if you're gonna post what you're doing, post it after you leave.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Wherever you were at, whatever you're doing, cool. But I'm not there anymore after I posted it. Like, I'm no longer there. So whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, prayers out to Young Dolph's family, wife and kids, and all of his loved ones.
Super sad. Super, super sad.
So sorry to take that there, but I do love that song. That is my favorite
Great
song.
song.
And you know what's crazy? The night before he passed, it played in Mexico. I was in Mexico for a friend's birthday last week, and it played in the club, and I was shocked because that's like, we're in Mexico, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's like a song pretty specific to a specific like genre, like trap, you know, rap, and a certain crowd listens to that. So I'm like, Mexico, they play music that's very like free form, like mainstream,
World friendly.
worldly, if you will.
World friendly.
So I said 100 shots. Everybody was like, did it? And then the next morning, I was like, I was just in the club last night screaming out on top of my lungs.
That's so sad. That sucks. That whole thing sucks. I keep saying that, but there's nothing else to say.
No.
Yeah.
Prayers out to them. So, anywho, should we hit her with another deep as a puddle, or should we just keep it?
One more.
One more.
One more. What
Okay.
you got?
Ooh. Oh. Another timely question for the season. So when you go to a Friendsgiving or a Thanksgiving, maybe with, I don't know, in-laws, and we know you're newly married. I don't know. Not putting anybody under the table here, but
Don't out anybody.
don't out anybody here. But look, when you go, was there any dish that you like stay clear of because you're like, ugh, this is a tricky one?
I'm not putting that on my plate.
Yeah.
I will say with, like, you know, yeah, there's always that, like, aunt or uncle that makes something and they swear it's really good.
Do I?
Ashley goes,
And you're
are you
like-
reading me my rights?
So, yeah, there's, I feel like, with, like, both my families, that's the case. And, yeah, there's that one dish that it's like, okay,
Looks untouched
like,
by the end of it.
yeah, like no one's touched it. Or, you know, there's like, you can tell like people tried to get a scoop just to be nice.
Yeah, just to be
So they had
nice.
a scoop,
It's
but,
a little tiny scoop. It's the littlest.
but they don't eat it because it goes
That's
in the trash
me.
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, this is the plate, and the plate goes in
Yes,
the trash
yes.
this way.
Or they'll try to like, you know, mix it in with like what's left over on their plate so it makes it look like they took
I don't
some
want
of
no
it. Yeah.
bean green. I obviously can't speak. Green bean casserole. I don't really want any type of casserole.
You're not a green bean casserole fan?
No, I've
Okay.
never had one that was good.
Okay. I have. My Nona actually makes one, and it's
hi, Nona.
I know it's my least favorite dish, and I tell her this all the time, so
Okay.
don't worry.
Okay.
But it's one of those like filler dishes.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And like white people really kind of like it. They really go for it. They're like, ooh, green bean casserole. It takes literally 10 minutes to make. Like it's not even difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But if you dress it up enough, it can be good-ish.
Don't believe it. Don't believe
She's
it.
like, no, it's not happening.
I definitely have that aunt who I have two. So I have an uncle who smokes hella weed and tries to put random shit together. So one
This is a
time,
specialty.
yes, it's always some concoction. One time he made a Thanksgiving smoothie. Disgusting. One
Wait,
time,
what?
Yes.
What was in the smoothie?
No.
Was it like
No,
yams and,
no,
like-
he did not. Was he trying to feed the great grandma with no teeth or something?
No. He was like, he literally made a Thanksgiving smoothie. One time he made
Thanksgiving in a pouch.
He
No.
made like the next day because we were all still at my grandma's and he like lived up the street. He came and he made like
Sounds
a
horrible.
Thanksgiving breakfast burrito.
Stop.
with everything in it?
Basically, it was the turkey, and instead of putting salsa, he put cranberry
Of course.
sauce. He
Oh my
put like
God.
the potatoes. I
He
was
was
just
high
like,
though, so it
always.
Was
He was
fine.
always high. But I'm like, even if you're high, like that doesn't change your taste buds that much. Like a smoothie. What were you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah.
I'm never gonna try that. And then I had the aunt who just cannot cook, and it's just like, this is inedible.
And she'd be trying so hard.
This is inedible. Like, we're not doing this. No. So I understand. It's not one particular dish. It's who
Yeah,
made
yeah.
the dish.
No,
is.
that's what it is.
Who made the potato salad?
Right.
Hmm.
Or when you can tell it's been prepared and not cooked. And what I mean when I say that is these are potatoes, but these are potatoes from a box. This is rice, but this is rice from a box. And I'll fuck up some Zatarans, but on Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? Or like, these are yams, but these are yams from a can. You know, it's just like, Bitch, no, you didn't. No, you fucking did
is
not
what we're
bring
not
this.
gonna
And
do
you're going to
today.
act like we can't tell that those are frozen. Those were frozen about 10 minutes ago.
The only thing that I'm okay with, like coming from a can or being pre-made, is the rolls or the bread.
Yeah. Or the fucking cranberry sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? The dish that I'm passing up is the homemade cranberry sauce with the cranberries in it.
Just go get the can.
I don't think I've had like a. I think my brother's the only one that makes that, but I honestly don't eat it. Not because I don't want to. I just always pass it up. So okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Don't give me no whole cranberries. Get this cranberry juice, frozen cranberry juice away
Outta
from
here.
me. You don't get out
I'm
of
gonna
here.
try it this year now.
Just be like, Ashley is good.
Like, what, Ashley? Actually,
You sleeping, girl.
it's good.
I'm ready for Thanksgiving. I'm so ready for it.
Me too.
Like, I'm ready to eat my weight. You know
Me
what else
too.
I also noticed? So question, and then we can move on from this. Okay. Do you guys eat breakfast the day of Thanksgiving? Like, or do you just starve yourself until it's
I
time
usually
to eat?
don't. I'm usually cooking with my Nona since breakfast.
I usually don't because my family usually does like a lunch. So I'll usually just have like a cup of coffee.
Right. Or
And
like
then,
and
yeah.
like a scone or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
That's usually because also like I feel like when you're cooking too, like you can't like it's that weird thing with the chef and the appetite. If you ever like cook, by the way, me and Ashley fuck Friendsgiving up this past weekend. We
Hell
threw the
yeah,
fuck
we
down.
did.
We put our fucking foot in that kitchen, every single plate. But also when you're like the chef, you're not like hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I
you're
mean?
tasting
Because
everything.
you're tasting everything. You're around smelling everything. You're around all these foods, and by the time it's down to eat, you're like. Let me know what
Do
you
you
think.
like it?
What do you
Yeah.
like it? Let me know
Is
what
it
you
good?
think. Is it good?
And you get this little kid-sized plate.
Yeah, you're like, they're like, you hungry? Oh, I already ate. Oh, I'll taste it to get sure. And then you're starving at the end of the night. Like, why didn't I eat more?
It's a delicate line.
Good times.
Well. Let's then move this into our interview portion.
Let's do it.
I'm really excited to do this. I'm like super excited. So, like I mentioned, Justine has just a lot going on, and I absolutely love that because that means we have tons of questions to ask her. But also, it's just really inspiring, I think, also from just knowing you personally and seeing like your growth, going to school, getting her master's. Hell fucking yeah.
Hello.
Masters.
Hello.
Put some respect on it, okay?
Put some respect on it.
Exactly. No need to press the button, girl. You got the vocal.
Can't reach.
It's okay.
That was probably my best vocal appearance. Okay, but anywho.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. But she has her master's. You have your own business. You've had great jobs leading up to it as well, and just everything you're doing outside of that. So let's kind of dig in. The first thing I wanted to ask you actually is, did you always know you wanted to be like a manager or in management, kind of?
No.
How did it come along?
Absolutely not.
No.
And this is entertainment management specifically, right? Okay, because that's I think that's important to mention for sure.
Yeah, I
different
honestly
field.
would never have thought, for one, me being an entrepreneur. I'm very by the book, so like I'm like, oh, go to school, work a 9 to 5, like have that for that paycheck is coming in.
Right.
Every 2
Structure.
weeks, I'm getting paid. This is
yes.
the situation.
So I did this on the side for probably about 5 years. I was going to school, working a 9 to 5, and doing this on the side, but just for maybe like 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. And then probably like 5 years into it, everyone, like I feel like a lot more people believed in me before I did. So everybody's like, why don't you just do this? Why don't you financially you're making more this anyways and all that. And I'm like,
Period.
yeah, but like what if like next month, like I don't know, something happens.
Everybody
and it's just all
stops
gone?
fucking with me.
Yeah, like what if it just
Yeah.
happens? So it took me a long time like to not that long. Probably like after that, probably about like another year and a half until I was like, okay, like fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Like if I wait till I think I'm ready, it's never gonna happen.
That's a fool, girl.
I
That's
Preach.
absolutely right.
Right.
So yeah, so I never would have thought myself being an entrepreneur, working for myself,
Damn.
let alone entertainment management. Like I love the entertainment industry, but I honestly love sports more for a while.
Hey, our
So
girl.
I thought of like, oh, maybe I'll be a sports agent.
Yeah.
You know, because I love
I can actually
that.
see that though.
Yeah, like I was thinking like, oh, a sports agent would probably be really cool. That'd be fun. And it's the same thing basically. Just, you know, you're dealing with athletes.
Right.
But then just based off of like who I was working with and everything, I kind of went towards that direction. And it kind of just got like thrown at me in a sense.
The
where
best things end up that way.
Yeah. So it's not like I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to work towards this. It was kind of just like as things were coming in and all of that, I kind of just naturally took on the business side when it came to that. And yeah, and then when I first started off, I was kind of doing both as far as like the influencer end, but I was one handling all the business. So I'm like, how am I doing this? And I'm like, okay, no, someone needs, I was like, how serious are they going to take me?
Yeah, somebody needs to be the face and somebody needs to run the behind the scenes.
Right.
So then that's when I was like, well, I do this real good. And I like doing this.
This is my bag back here. So.
Yeah. So then I was just like, all right, like I'm going to do it. So I decided, it was actually very recent. I think like 2019 is when I was like, okay, I'm done with my 9 to 5. I actually tried quitting first. And then when I tried quitting, they were like, oh, what if we just give you like 2 days a week?
Wow,
you know, like
that's
come in, like,
really nice. Smooth.
You're like, that's not bad.
It wasn't. So I did do it for a while. So I did. I ended up doing like 1 day a week. So I did like 1 day a week, one sometimes 2.
What was this 9 to 5, if you don't mind us asking?
So I worked for SAG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
just
SAG-AFTRA.
Super small company. It's
No
like
big deal.
not a big deal. They like, you know, SAG-AFTRA, every actor, dancer,
Yeah,
you know,
performer,
wants to be, you know, a part of that organization. No big deal. Anyway.
No, but that's important. I mean, it wasn't like you're working at some tech company or you're, you know, in sales or what. You're like, that's the alley of what you want to go down. So.
And then when you were there, what were you doing? Were you doing anything in relation to No.
I was, so I actually have like a really long, well, not long, probably about like 8 years, financial background. So I worked in their financial department stuff. I handled all of that. So it wasn't really working. I mean, I did work with them, but on the finance part, not on the talent side, all of that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
So yeah, it was the same industry, but something totally different.
Totally different.
Side of it.
Look at that.
So yeah, and then I just said like 2019, like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I did it, and honestly, it was scary at first because I'm like, okay, like I was scared, like, what if next month everything changes?
Yeah, of course.
And then it's just kind of working out where I started taking on more clients, where it got to a point where like I had to say like, okay, I can't take on anyone else right now.
Right.
I love that for you.
I know.
That's so cool. She's like, booked busy. Can't even help you if I wanted to.
Right.
Here's a wait list. I'll let you know.
Right. And you started this right before the pandemic and still continue to build your portfolio, I guess, right, of clients.
Yeah, it was weird. Like the pandemic, I know for a lot of people was, and even me, like I said, I started it 2019 is when I was like 100% only in that. And so then the pandemic came and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this.
Right.
Like,
No, I bet.
Maybe I shouldn't have left my job.
Yeah, like, okay. But it honestly, 2020 was probably like, it was such a great year.
Good.
Like taking on more
That's
brands
amazing.
and talent. So for me, 2020 was actually like a highlight year other than everything that was going on.
Of course. Outside of the pandemic.
Yeah. For me personally, it was a great year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. So then when you were in that transitional period of like, okay, I'm working 1-2 days a week with SAG. I'm doing my own business. I have these new clients. Who was the person who was like your biggest cheerleader in like, okay, you're working too much. You can make more money doing your own thing. Like you can't keep dividing yourself like that. Who was that person and what was the best advice they gave you?
I would say my husband. And
Come
I'm not
on.
saying
I was waiting for that answer.
Come on, Mr. Law. That's goddamn right.
Let's go.
he's the one who told me like you can't do this. Like you can't do both. Like you need to do what you want to do. And he was the one that was like, just do it. But I was so scared. And I'm like, you know, at that time too, in 2018, we bought our house. So I was like, we got a mortgage.
Right.
We got this, you know, like at the time we
Responsible.
weren't engaged. Yeah. So I was thinking of just like everything, obviously, and like, you know, health benefits, all of that.
Yeah.
So I was a little scared. I was like, okay, like
What's your sign, Justine?
Pisces.
Oh, yep. I had a feeling.
What are you?
I'm a Capricorn,
Oh, okay.
but my man is a Pisces.
Oh, so that's good.
Well,
Well,
You're like, well, it depends on the
yes
part.
and no, but I guess that goes for my sign too, right? Everybody has their good things and bad things, but that makes sense. Okay, continue.
very
Yeah, like kind of like methodical. You
swim
know?
in my lane.
Yeah.
So that's, so he was the one who was just like, you know, he would keep bringing it up like, are you going to do it? Just do it. And he's like, you know, you're either going to do it or you're going to wonder like 5 years from now, like, what if I did it? So, I mean, and honestly, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have his support. And I say that just because, you know, at that point we were in a real serious part of our relationship. We weren't engaged yet, but I mean, I knew we were going towards that. And it's like, you know, we just got a house, like having a mortgage, having all those bills. Like, I wouldn't want to put that on my partner where it's like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Right.
So
Hold us down.
Yeah.
Hold us
Figure
down.
it out while I figure this out.
Yeah. So it was, you know, but he was like, you know, like, I want you to just do it. So if he wouldn't have probably said do it, I probably wouldn't have.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Good
Shout outs
job.
to your man, girl.
Good job, Mr. Law. That's right.
But shout outs to you for really making it happen.
No, yeah.
Real shit.
That
Yeah.
imposter syndrome is real. It's
So
telling
real.
you can't do it or thinking you're not going to be able to for whatever those reasons.
Yeah.
So the fact that you were able to, you know, take in the advice of somebody close to you telling you like, no, you can do this. You're a badass. Like, you can do this. Go ahead and do it on your own. But also like then following through, because a lot of people, that's where they fuck up. You know what I mean?
Not
They
following
won't
through.
take those first 3 steps to get whatever it is done. So kudos to you.
Yeah,
we
girl.
love to see that. We
That's awesome.
absolutely love to see it. I did want to ask, so you said you have brands and talent and a wide range of talent. Is there anything specifically outside of what you currently have that you're like, you know what, it'd be dope to manage this as well? I know your client list is full right now, but if there was one thing you were like, you know what, that'd be kind of cool.
I definitely would want to, like, I thought not just managing brands and talent. I like that I manage makeup artists, videographers, because it's very broad. But I did have someone recently ask me, they're in New York too, so I don't know how it would work in this specific profession. But they asked me if I managed chefs, like specialty chefs.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say that. but-
Yeah, like specialty
I'm
chefs.
with that.
And I was just like, I've never even thought about that. And I was like, well, what are you looking for in a manager? Like, what do you want me to, like, you know, review your contracts, like for jobs that you get? And he was like, you know, I cater like special events. But I'm also still in like culinary school, so I haven't quite finished yet, but I do get jobs here and there. But he's in New York, so I was like, well, you know, I mean, I can think about it. I was like, but once you finish school and you're like 100% in, then let's like circle back on that.
And have a conversation.
Yeah, because I mean, culinary, like, I mean, chefs and all of that, like, they get hired for a lot of events.
Yeah.
Like, every big event. So it would actually work, because then, like, you know, the publicist that I know, like, I could be like, hey, I have, you know, a chef in New York, so, like, when you're throwing events, like, hire my chef.
Yep.
So that was probably one that I never would have thought of.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I definitely thought chef.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be a good one too, because then when you are in that town, you'd be like, oh, we're gonna go here,
Yeah.
because my chef has an event. Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm trying to eat something good.
Yeah, so I feel like that, I don't know if there's anything else. Like I said, because I have, like, it's so broad with everything else. I'm sure someone random will ask me to manage them too, and I'll be like, hey,
You're like, this is dope too.
this one.
Well, now too, like what, 5 to 7 years ago, what was an influencer?
Exactly.
You have how many influencers as clients now? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, so
That's
there'll be a
true.
new occupation
Yeah.
of sorts, I'm
Yeah,
sure, that'll need your
definitely.
representation and help.
Yeah.
So you mentioned kind of going through contracts. For anybody who's listening and they're like, okay, entertainment managing, like I'm kind of feeling that. what does that entail? Like, I know you do so much and you wear 17 different hats, but like kind of what does your job title entail?
So with me, I do take on a lot more than I think most managers do. I've got really familiar with contracts from like, the 6 years of working with brands and talent. A lot of the times, I draft the contracts for them if they don't have like a standard one.
Come on now.
And then one of my clients had an amazing entertainment lawyer. He's honestly, I'd probably say the best.
Wow.
And he taught me so much, like just sitting in on phone calls with him talking to like these brands and like him like, pulling out certain clauses, from the contract. Yeah. Like there was things where before I would just kind of read through like, okay, this sounds standard. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he would, read them more thoroughly. And he would just like point things out where I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Or, oh, I didn't know that. But he taught me so much. Eric Gallen, he's amazing. But he taught me.
Shout out to you,
Eric. But he taught me just a lot just from listening to that. And honestly, I feel like a lot of it was just kind of experience. So contracts, I review their contracts. If there's a brand and they don't really have a standard contract, I usually type out the contracts for them. I handle their negotiations, so any brand deals, any or vice versa. Like on the brand side, I'm on the other side of it,
Sending
reaching
out the deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Got you.
So I handle both sides, so that kind of helps them familiar with both.
Yes. Wow.
So with that, and then there's like a bunch of other services that come with it. A lot of my clients will ask me, a lot of them are younger too, and they don't. I think the one thing with the entertainment industry is like a lot of people make so much money so quick, and then they don't know how to manage it. So that's one thing like I've tried helping my clients with is just, managing it. So it's like, when it comes time for taxes, like, let's make sure you put your percentage away from all the payments you get. So like I really try to kind of like life manage them too, just to kind of like help with that, where I don't want it to be like, oh wow, you made so much money the first 2 years, like where's it at?
What happened?
Yeah, and like
so you were just out here buying sneakers and stuff and going to the club.
Exactly.
No.
So that's that's a big part of it too. And also like I want to be able to kind of like, maybe some of them are influencers or models now, but like in 10 years you're gonna be like how old? You're not gonna be like
what you trying to
modeling
like,
and influencing.
Exactly. So kind of trying to help them find that path of like, okay, what do you want to do, and make sure you save money. So like if you have this goal to either become, I don't know, a fashion designer, a chef, whatever it is, or own your own company, like you have money to invest in that too.
Because pretty little things ain't gonna call forever.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like having that backup plan to like know what you're gonna do later. So that's kind of like most of it.
Sounds like you're just an all-around sounding board.
Right, literally.
Because like you said,
boss
I feel
lady.
like hello. Because I feel like what you said earlier, a lot of managers or management teams aren't going to help you kind of financially map out or like just help you in that sense, because that's a whole nother person you're supposed to be adding to your team. Financial advisor. But I have this thing where I always say all the little jobs you probably done in your life all add up to like the thing that you're supposed to be doing. So the fact that you were at SAG and you were working with talent, but not directly, but you were in the finance side of it, and you have that background, it just helps you even better give to your clients and make them more well-rounded. So I'm sure that they appreciate it.
I hope so.
They better.
They better.
Otherwise you got me to deal with. Just kidding. No, I absolutely love that. I think it's just really amazing. So what if you could fast forward like 5 years, what else do you see for? Yeah, what else do you see for Justine Monae Management?
I definitely see just a more, I guess I would say like more departments in a sense, where like a bigger PR team.
Right.
I want to turn like the talent that I manage for like videographers, I want to turn that into a whole department where it's like, yes, I manage them, but they also are handling all like the videography, the graphics, all of that, and just kind of make it, I don't want to say agency, but in a sense, something like a management, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but not an agency, but basically everything you would get from an agency.
Yeah.
Where
But
you can make it a little more
yes.
internal. You can take client A who needs a videographer.
Mhm.
You can pair them together and
Right.
do all
Yeah.
these things. That's tight.
Have
Yeah.
everything in house.
Yeah, and that's basically what I do now, but I definitely want that to grow. And then obviously, outsource to other people. But like, for instance, if one of my girls has like a magazine shoot, I'm usually using my makeup artist to do it. And if they don't have a set photographer that they have, I'm using my photographer to do it. So it's kind of like, how I try to keep it all together.
Yeah. Put a little bit of money in everybody's
Exactly.
pocket if it's
Exactly.
possible.
Yeah.
I love that. Look,
Word.
a real one. A real one, Justine. Look, I love everybody eats me.
Everybody.
Eats me. Okay? I love to see it. Did you have a question, Flex?
I was basically going to ask the same thing. What do you see the future for your company, pretty much, with your management company? And if I guess you kind of answered that too, as far as the chef, the celebrity chef, if you will, or
I love that.
where you want to expand your representation would be.
Yeah, all that, everything.
All of it.
Everything. Be event planning, all of that.
Right. Right.
So when you were, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. When you were getting your MBA, you were at SAG and had your own clients? You were doing
But at
it
the
all?
time, I only had probably like 3.
Okay.
So I only had 3. I did not have 20. I had 3. I was getting my MBA and I was working a 9 to 5. And it's funny because after I got my bachelor's, I was like, I am done with school. I hated school.
What is your undergrad?
Business law.
Okay.
But I hated school. Like, it was just the worst. I was like, my bachelor's was probably my worst experience ever. I cried. Like, I hated it. I was just so over it.
And then you turned around and went for more.
Let's get the masters. Fuck it.
So I was like, I definitely was like, I'm done with school. So I didn't go right after I finished my bachelor's. I took like some years off. Never thought I would get my master's. And then in like the corporate world, I would always hear people say like, oh, well, if you have your master's, if you have your master's. And I'm like, I am more experienced than half of these people here.
I feel like
But-
they're always moving the goalposts.
Oh,
like,
no,
you get
it's-
one thing and they're like, well, you know.
Yeah, something else.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I mean, even when people told me that, I was like, well, I'm not getting it. I don't care. So like, I'm just going to work hard and get to where I want to get. And then with SAG, this lady had retired, and she was the head of marketing. And I was like, that's like interesting. I kind of want to do that. And she was like a VP, head of marketing, and I knew what she did. It was basically what I was doing for my clients at that time too. So I'm like, I
Gotcha.
can probably do better because I can like show you guys different networking connections that she
Right.
doesn't have. She was just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure she did a great job, but she was just basically making flyers for like their pamphlets, and I'm
You're
like,
like, we're in a whole new
No,
day and age
Yeah,
now, honey.
that's like
yeah, so
dated.
they told me, oh, well, you have to have your master's for this position. And I was like, okay, well, never mind then. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So that kind of like was like, I'm going to, you know what, maybe I should just get my master's. Like, it's just a thing. But then at the same time, I was like, okay, do I want to stick with this? Do I want to, just go full time? But then I always saw it as like, I felt like I already knew everything as far as like the street smarts of managing. But just like a dancer, like you can be a trained dancer in like hip hop, but then like to really take it to that level, train in hip hop, ballet, classical, everything.
Right, everything.
And so I'm like, okay, I don't want to just know the street smarts. I want to know the book smarts. So if I walk into a meeting, it's like you're going to respect me because you're going to see that MBA. And then when I talk to you, you're going to...
That's right.
It is true on the paper.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, you're going to just have respect for me right off the bat. And then once I start talking, it's like, okay, I do know my stuff. So then it kind of started becoming a thing of like, I want to just get my master's for me. And that's what honestly really was like, okay, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like people were like, oh, once you're done with your master's, like what job are you going to apply for? What is this? I'm like, no, I'm going to work for myself.
Right.
But like, I'm
No,
going to
no,
use
I didn't
this.
Do all this. Yeah, I didn't do all
Yeah.
this to work for someone else.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, like
Crazy.
I'm gonna do this for myself and just use that. And it honestly, it helps. I mean, it sucks that it has to be that way because I know that there are people, even before I had my master's, I feel like in the financial world, I was like, I basically knew all this.
Yeah.
So it's like, it sucks. But I did learn a lot. My master's, I actually enjoyed getting. I learned a lot from it.
That's good.
My bachelor's I hated. I didn't learn anything in my bachelor's. Like nothing I remember at least.
I feel like
Nothing I remember.
getting your bachelor experience is just like learning how to navigate through life more than anything. Like it's
No,
not
for
really
sure.
about what you learn in the classroom. It's really about what you're learning about life.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about
How to
learning
balance.
about deadlines
Yeah.
and
Deadlines and balance and responsibilities.
paying what you owe
Yes.
quickly.
Exactly.
Wow, good for you. You have a very inspiring story.
I love it.
I mean, you're clearly a hard worker and you know what you want. And you're like driven and methodical,
Methodical.
but you're killing it. And I'm over here thinking like, oh, what else can I do?
else. I just love when people find their thing and they're like, okay, I'm jumping 2 feet into this, like, and I'm really gonna go hard. And the fact that you were like, okay, influencer, do I do this or do I stay behind the scenes? Because I think a lot of people think that everyone needs to be in the spotlight, and that's not necessarily the case. There's, for the one person you see in the spotlight, there's like 7 people behind them helping them, shine. So I just think the fact that you were able to like turn it around and be like, okay, so you can play the front role and I'm going to make sure you keep showing up on everybody's phone or on everybody's TV or on everybody's Spotify, whatever the situation is, and I'm going to help you get into more rooms. So I think that's really dope. And that's one of the main reasons that I wanted to have you on is I love showing people the other side of things that they can do within the entertainment industry. And it's really important. So I think, hopefully we inspire somebody to do something, whether it's get your MBA or go
start your own business or whatever.
I just think it's really dope. And the fact that, like I said, you chose to step out of quote unquote the limelight and getting all that traction yourself.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's the best.
Yay. Love that for you, Justine.
So I want to kind of segue real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. Segue.
Are we going to go to relationship
We're
corner?
going to go to relationship corner because you are actually the first married lady.
The first married person on the pod.
Yes, you should. You're the first married woman we've had on the pod.
Married person.
Actually, yes, you're right. Person, just in general, it's a bunch of single people.
A bunch of single ass motherfuckers on here.
Single like a banana girl pulling up here. So I'm really excited to just kind of pick your brain a little bit about relationship stuff because people ask me and I'm like, girl, I have nothing for you.
A close friend of ours the other day told me, Jordan said, I was telling her about something you said and she was like, oh, I'll listen to anything Ashley says. Yeah. Anything Ashley tells me to do, I'll listen. I'm like,
at the Friendsgiving, they were having like relationship conversation and somebody goes
looking at them.
Yeah, they were like, ask Ashley, she knows. And I was like, ask Ashley what? Like, how is this a tech talk on relationship and I'm the expert?
Right.
Some people look at me like I'm not winning. I don't have a ring. Like, and I've been with him for 10 years. I don't know if this is winning. I don't know if you consider this good.
You be the judge, okay?
So, take what I say with a grain of salt. Justine has the ring.
Okay.
So
let's look at it. Put it to the camera, please, because I noticed it earlier. It is beautiful.
He did
great.
Again, shout out to you, Mr. Law. You know what's up.
Mr. Law is winning in my book.
Yes. We love to see it. I wanted to ask you, just when it came to, one, you got married during 2020, right?
Engaged in 2020.
Engaged,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Well, married this year.
Yeah, so I was still married during the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, officially.
How was that whole process? Because I know Lexi spoke about it a little bit. Her brother had to change his whole plans. Did everything have to change for you and like everything you had going on and wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we did get married at the venue that I wanted.
Okay.
But, we did have to limit our guest list, so that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
We still had a pretty big guest list, but
How many?
it's like 170. But, I mean, we would have been like 250.
Wow. That's a lot of people.
Honestly.
So you know what though? I thought about it and I was like, I mean, we saved a lot of
Oh,
money.
yes, you did, girl.
I'm like, we saved
them
a lot
per
of
plates
money.
for the dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Them is good.
Yeah. So, and weddings are expensive. Like, I see why people do destination weddings.
Yeah. Because you do your honeymoon and everything in one.
It was, it was, honestly, during like halfway through, I was like, look, if
I don't
COVID
even want to do
cancels,
She said,
I'm okay. We'll go to the courthouse.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're
it's
going to
okay.
bail out on this, then
Yeah. So that was probably I mean, for the most part, that was that. But also, when we got married, so the first, remember when they lifted the mask mandate?
Yes.
For like 2 weeks?
Yes.
So
like
we got married
literally-
within those 2 weeks.
No way!
Yes.
Oh, praise the Lord.
So people didn't have
praise
to
the
have
Lord.
masks in your pictures and stuff and
No.
ruin their makeup.
No,
Good.
nothing. So we also got married in Oxnard, so they're
They
whole
didn't
different
care
county.
anyway.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
The
They don't
pool
give a
was
shit.
open, like the pool was open at the resort. Like,
Oh, wow.
So it
It was
was
a whole different vibe.
Yeah, it was literally like, yeah, completely different. So we got married like within that 2 weeks. So that was cool. I mean, the only thing I would say is like proposing. So he had said he wanted to propose like in April.
Mhm.
He proposed in May. But he just couldn't figure anything out because we were closed. It was April 2020. And so he was like,
anything special.
Yeah, so he was like, nothing was open.
No, this was like we were in the thick
Nothing.
of being
Thick
in
of
the
the
house.
Yes.
thick. We
like-
could barely go to the store.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you're going to the store, you got gloves,
Gloves.
you got the mask, you got
Glasses.
goggles.
Yeah. It would have been, I mean, I don't even know. So he was like, I wanted to propose in April, but like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm not going to do it in the living room.
I was gonna
like,
say like this nigga's putting on pants, and you're like, why are you putting on pants today?
he dresses up.
Right.
What you doing? We ain't got nowhere to go.
Where are you going, sir?
So he was just, so and honestly, to be honest, I thought he was going to propose to me after I graduated or like on my graduation.
yeah.
And that was October. So I knew it was coming, but like I did not think it was coming then. And then Big Bear was the first place to open up in May. And so he tells me 2 days before. So I thought nothing. He was like, oh, let's go to Big Bear. They're open. And I was like, okay,
we're
like
just getting out of the
sure.
house.
And he was like, it's the first time we can go somewhere. It's been months. Like, it's the
Yeah.
only place open. So I'm like, okay, let's go to Big Bear. So keep in mind, Big Bear, you guys know, is like an hour away.
Yeah.
Okay, he wakes
At
me up at
least.
6 in the morning, and he's like, oh, let's go. And I'm like, it's an
Jesus.
hour away. And he's
Right.
like, oh, we'll go have breakfast. And I'm like, at 7 in the morning, like,
I'm usually like,
There's no traffic
Yeah.
right now.
I'm like, we're good. And he's like, oh, and then after breakfast, we'll go on like the jet skis. I'm like, at 8 in the morning, I'm gonna
Right.
freeze my ass off.
Right.
Like, what?
I love that you're being difficult for his plan.
Right.
Because this is me.
you're like, this
what are
sounds
you talking about?
horrible.
No, I was just like, okay, whatever. But he was up, and I was like, okay, fine, let's
He
go.
was excited.
Yeah,
he had
so-
excited energy. First day of school energy.
Yeah, but I didn't know why, and I was just like, okay, whatever, let's go. I just thought like he's that anxious to get out of the house, like, so I'm like, okay, let's go. So we get there really early, go to breakfast. We get on the jet skis at probably like 9, 10 a.m. Okay, keep in mind it's still cold.
It's cold.
I was gonna say,
It's
yeah.
May, but it was cold at
Hell
that
yeah.
time. They tell him, don't go really fast on these jet skis because they flip over. They're not like the regular ones. Don't turn on
Sharp.
corners. Yeah. No, he does. We flip over in the lake freezing. I was so pissed. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm trying to get back on there. No. Then we leave, and then he's like, okay, we'll check into the hotel, and then we were going to do a helicopter ride. So I was like, okay. Or we checked to the Airbnb. So we get to the Airbnb, and like, you can't check until 4. I'm like, I'm wet.
Like, I need to change.
I need, and they're like, you can't check in until 4. So I'm like, so what do I do? So I literally had to change in his truck. I had to change in the back seat. By that time, I was dry, so it was fine. I had to change, put on different clothes. We're going to the helicopter ride. He's scared of heights, so he's getting really nervous. And so I'm thinking, like, okay, this is the whole day leading up. So I'm thinking, like, okay, like, you're gonna flake out on this helicopter ride that I really want to do.
Yeah, the only thing I want to do
You had me on jet skis and in the lake at
in
9
68 degree weather, like at 9 a.m. What the
Freezing.
fuck is
catching
this?
hypothermia.
So he's talking to the pilot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's getting really scared. Like, we're not going to do this. I'm like, it's fine. We'll just wait. So then we get on the helicopter. We're going around, and then I'm hearing, like, everything from around all the other helicopters talking. Then all of a sudden, my headphones just go silent, and I hear nothing. And then I hear him talk, and I can only hear him. And that's when he asked me to marry him.
Aww,
Yeah, so it was cute. But
that's
then,
cute.
come to find out, when we landed, the pilot was like, he's like, maybe it was my fault. I gave you, like, the wrong code. I guess they had a code word, and I think the pilot accidentally said it. So he had said it too soon, but the pilot like caught on and was like, "Oh, okay," like, you know.
Got it.
So yeah, then he proposed on the helicopter.
That's
and
cute.
Then,
Super
yeah,
cute.
so it was cute. But leading up to it,
That's why he was so nervous, not because of the heights, because he was about to ask you that.
Yeah, so
He's like,
He's all sweating, like, you okay? Yeah, I'm just really afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a great cover, though.
No,
That's a
it
great
was-
cover.
Yeah. So I honestly had no idea. But I say like that was the proposal is probably one thing because he was trying so hard to figure out what to do.
yeah.
And we were completely locked down. So it was like, where can you go? So he literally took the first opportunity of the first place that opened and was like, all right, we're going.
This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Let's get this done.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
He
good
made,
for
Mr.
him.
Make It Happen.
Yeah.
Right.
For real.
Mr. Make it happen. That's right. I like that.
Mr. Make It Happen.
So how did you know you wanted to marry Mr. Law?
Yeah.
It's funny because like we've known each other for like half our lives, and I would have
Isn't
never
that
thought to
fucking
marry
weird?
him.
Isn't that fucking
Yeah,
weird?
I met him in 8th grade at my friend Jasmine Lewis's birthday.
Come on,
party.
Jasmine Lewis.
I know. She's the first and last government.
Yes, Jasmine Lewis. She lives in
Thanks
Indiana
to you,
now.
girl. This is all because of you.
But I met him, in 8th grade. She lived down the street from him. We met in 8th grade, but we were just friends. He went to the same high school as us, and like we were always just friends. He went away to college for football. Didn't really talk to him during that time. He came back, and we would talk on and off, but just as friends. Like, I was not ready for a relationship, and at that time, I feel like he was definitely grown and mature, and I was like, ooh, if I date him, it's serious. And at the time, I was still like,
Not there yet.
So we dated we didn't date. We hung out for like 3 years on and off. Like we would go to the movies as friends, but I always made sure like we're going as friends. You pay for the tickets, I buy the food. You know, like,
Like,
we're keeping it.
No. This is
We're
you
friends.
and me going to
Yeah.
the movies, not us going
Yeah.
to the movies.
So
There's a difference.
So we would, and then like one time we did end up making out, and then I like ignored him for like 3 months, and then he like
Put
took
him
me
on
to-
ice. That's right.
Then he took me to dinner, and we like that was like a date, but then like I ignored him he was the first guy I ever ignored. I always used to be like, don't ignore people, like that's rude.
That's not nice.
That's not nice. Like don't.
Wow,
you know?
Justine, that's the ticket. Ignore him and get the
No.
fucking ring.
Yeah, ignoring them works, man.
Yeah, but
They come running when you
But
ignore them.
I always
Fuck.
would feel bad though. Like, oh no, I don't want. That's rude. I would hate to be left on red. Like, you
Right.
know, don't ignore people. But I
You're
would.
like,
Yeah.
But I would.
He literally, when I graduated from my bachelor's, for like a whole year, he was like, "Oh, can I take you for drinks for your graduation?" I'm like, "Bro, I graduated a year ago." Like, so, like,
let me take
Just let me take you out, damn it.
yeah.
I love a man who knows what he wants.
Yeah, so he was very, very persistent with that. And then finally, like, I told one of my best friends, I was like, she's like, you know, he's a good guy. You should just, you know, go try to give him another shot, go on a date. So I was like, fine, I'll go if you and your boyfriend go. And so we double dated.
Cute.
And then from that date, we just continued to date. And
But how'd you know you wanted to marry him?
I would say a lot of it had to do with him being the one to tell me to like go for my goals.
I knew it.
Like I think
I
that
had a
was
feeling. Yeah.
that was probably like my, you know, because like I said, he believed in me more than I believed in myself, and so I was like, wow, like, you know, you see more than I can see.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of like really was like, you know, that was like the icing.
It's like
So
the
now-
cartoon character where the hearts pop out of their eyes.
Yeah.
You're like,
Then I was like, okay, just propose now. Like,
Just do it right now because I think I love you.
Yeah.
I think I more than love you.
right.
Yeah, so that was probably it. Yeah. And then we have dogs, and let me tell you, for anyone who has dogs, it's like having kids.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm like, look, we're raising these dogs together, like we're a family. So
Yeah.
That's a
Once you
fact.
like, not like I came into this relationship with an animal. No, once you
Yes.
get animals together.
Together,
Yes.
you make decisions together
No,
for that
dog,
animal.
like dead ass.
Yes,
Like
yes.
seriously, because I like, you know, Ray and I, we've been together forever. We've had arguments, and I was like, damn, if we were to actually break up, like,
Who gets the dog?
I mean, I'm getting the dog. Like,
Or when
you
the dog
could-
catches parvo or whatever, and you got to go to the vet, and you have to pay $7,000 to get its meds and the surgery. How are we going to finance this?
Yeah.
Are we splitting it? Or
Something's wrong with our son.
right, but for real.
Like, I'm like, no, you don't
Yeah.
take my dog.
Yeah.
No. So I get that. They're literally your children.
Yeah.
So I get it.
So I think that whole process too of having dogs together, I was like, okay, like we're good.
Yeah, we're
Smart.
together.
Yeah.
Together.
Because you're doing it right. The steps are all right on track.
We love to see it. We love to see it. So if you can give any bit of advice to the couples out there,
The couple's trying to grow together.
yeah, what would your advice be? I got this question the other day, and I was like, "What the fuck do you want me to say to that?" So I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna throw it to you.
Answer?
Uh,
I'm like, what was yours?
What'd you say? Wait, what'd you say?
I was like, I don't know what to say to that. That's the first thing I said, and then I was like, you know what? I will say this. Anybody who wants to be in a serious relationship, and I've said this on the podcast before, the best thing you can do is, one, actually like that person and actually get to know them. And I say that because I feel like a lot, especially now, like a lot of times relationships are very vapid and just having to do with like the aesthetic of the couple. You know what I mean? We look good together. And it's like, okay, but like,
Are you compatible? Do you
Are
have a
you
real connection?
yeah, are you really connected? And then do you really want to know more about that person? Do you really care about how their day is going? Like, you know, things like that. Or like, not even just how their day is going, like what they want to do in their lives, what their dreams are. Like, are you passionate enough to, or engaged enough in that relationship to like encourage them, like you said, like Mr. Law did for you, like encourage that person to go after what they want. And I think a lot of people don't even see that and communicate. Like, do you have the will to want to communicate with that person even when you're pissed off?
Yeah.
I would say definitely communication is the biggest thing. And even I had to learn that. Like,
Girl.
I was, you know, there were times where I would just be mad and like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Leave it alone. And honestly, like, Marcus is the one that would tell me, like, no, we're going to talk about it. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk about it because we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
And, like, even with me, like, communication, like, I always say communication is key. Communication is key. But when I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't
Fuck
wanna
communication.
Why you keep asking me questions?
I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. So I think that definitely helped. And even if it's, like, topics you don't want to talk about, you still have to. Like, even if you know, like, there's times where I know I was in the wrong and I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to talk about it. Like,
Oh
I
my
feel like I'm in
God.
Like, I
trouble.
fucked
Like,
up. Like,
oh shit, okay.
We'll circle back later, okay?
Yeah.
Can I pencil you into next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Right.
Can you smoke first and then we talk?
Right.
I feel like you would
Word.
I feel like you'd be way more receptive.
Yeah.
Why don't you just smoke a blunt really quick?
Yes,
Take your
yes.
time.
Oh my
Roll-
God, let me roll that for you.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk.
Not the let me roll it for you.
Let me roll it for
That's a good
you.
one.
That's when I'm in trouble. I'm like, oh my God, I already have a blunt rolled for
Right.
you.
Oh, I have some food made already. You want to make your plate, babe?
A plate and a blunt.
Plate and a blunt.
Then we'll
Done. Done.
And a little extra work on the makeup section.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You got it. You got it.
You forget it ever happened.
What did you want to talk about?
Nothing.
That's right. Go to sleep.
That's how.
Go to sleep.
That's just me.
So just always have a blunt ready if something happens.
A blunt and a plate.
Smart.
Yes.
Smart as fuck.
Can't lose.
A blunt and plate. You literally can't.
Can't lose.
Good shit. Well, don't look at me for any fucking answers because I have no blueprint, okay?
I don't either. It's all vibes over here.
Right? It's all vibes.
It's all vibes. It's all
All vibes. This is a circus over here, so don't
shit show,
even.
dog. A shit show of love.
Oh my God.
Well, again, thank you for tuning into Relationship Corner with Come Through.
Sponsored this week by Justine.
By our first married person on the pod.
Just have a blunt ready.
I love that. Just have a blunt ready. That's her advice. Oh,
Fuck all that other shit. Communication.
right.
And
That's the episode title. Just have a blunt ready. Good shit. Oh my God.
extra
I'm
points
dead.
if you got the lighter on deck.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Oh, good
that's
shit.
hilarious.
All right. All
Well,
right.
I think you killed it. I'm gonna say it here now. You're always welcome to pull up. To the
Always.
kickback. You're always welcome to come through.
Thank
We
you.
gotta have you come on
No,
more
for real.
episodes in the future because
Yes.
it's just good energy. I just
Very.
feel it right now. So I'm gonna say that on air, but I think we can take it into the next topic.
Yeah. What should we
Let's take it into just real quick
TV?
sports. Just real quick.
We did have some controversial things happen in sports. You
It
do
was
say
throwing bows.
Oh my gosh. So Isaiah Stewart, he's probably didn't know who he was before this
I didn't.
game.
No clue.
I hope I never work with him because I'm like, who?
Right. But boy, was he upset trying to fight the whole Lakers squad.
After Thanksgiving, Justine's like, my new client.
So guys, guess who I picked up?
Please have that part edited
He
out.
sure needs a pick me up. Jesus Christ.
He could use a little help. Get some endorsement. Get some of them contracts ready, girl.
Yeah. So he caught a LeBron elbow and then he caught $1 million fine, which he only makes about
A
a mil or 900,000. So it's not looking pretty for him. I would say you don't cross LeBron in the NBA.
I mean, it's the commissioner and it's LeBron.
Right.
Like, just maybe Steph Curry.
Right. Maybe you'll throw Steph Curry in there, honorary. But I just, you thought he was going to get suspended or in trouble. Like the whole team threw their bodies on the floor to make sure LeBron didn't get touched. Like literally, like everybody and their moms put themselves in front of LeBron. Like, and LeBron just sat there, cool, calm, and collected. Like, you ain't gonna see me act out of pocket. I am the face of the NBA.
I have too many endorsement deals.
Not a
to
chance.
ever lose. So sucks for Isaiah and the whole thing. But I just feel like he was way I get it.
Out of
he
line.
got hit in the face, and whenever
I mean, his lip or was it eye?
it was his
busted.
eye. It was his eye.
Busted.
Look, everybody got a plan until you get hit in the face.
Right.
Totally get it. Now and then you're seeing blood drip on top of it. I'm extra pissed. I totally get that. But to run after LeBron, the face of the league, and then to pretty much leave the court and bolt back onto the floor to try and fight. It's just not a good look.
Right.
You know what happened with Malice in the Palace. That's the last fucking
It's
thing.
very Pistons-like, huh?
It's the very
Wow,
last
isn't that
thing
interesting?
they
He's on the
ever want-
Pistons.
yeah. That they ever want to happen again. So you have to know that they're going to make an example out of you.
They are. That's exactly what's going to happen. And honestly, I see him getting cut soon. He's going to pay his fine and then he's going to get cut.
Which sucks.
Which sucks, but I think that's how it's going to go down. And
be
it's
overseas?
he'll be overseas sooner than we know. But I think you're right, Ashley. They got to make somebody an example, and it's going to be him because we just had that documentary too. And now you just, not a
good
chance.
look.
Not a chance.
Justine, what's your team? I know you're in the sports.
Basketball. I'm a Clippers fan.
Justine.
I know, you know what? I'm sorry.
How
Not the
this happen?
stepsisters.
Sorry. Yeah.
The stepsisters of LA.
How'd that happen?
So my older brother's
Yeah.
always been a Clippers fan, which is weird because even when they sucked, I
Yeah.
mean, really bad. But
At least you know about your team.
But I just grew up with that. But my other brother is a huge Lakers fan, so it was always a thing. So growing up, it was just I've always just been a Clippers. And then they were doing really good, I was
And you're like, yes, this is our
okay.
chance.
Go Clippers.
Yeah.
And it did not happen.
No, but
Sob City.
Clippers, yeah.
Lexi,
Sob City.
She's our guest. Stop.
Sorry.
Question.
Well, the Lakers suck right now, so I'll just say that.
I don't know what's happening.
This year,
No
I
chemistry.
honestly, I love sports, but this year I probably have not been that into basketball.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel because of the short 2020 season and how it was just go, go, go,
Yeah.
and it's back. I think a lot of people are they didn't have a chance to miss it.
Yeah.
They're a little gassed with the basketball.
I think it'll pick up March. When March Madness is back and all that stuff, everybody will be back into it. But I definitely feel a lot of that right now. Basketball fatigue, if you will.
Fatigue.
What's your football team?
What's interesting is I was always a Patriot fan, even prior to being a Patriot. But then my favorite player, just have really bad luck. My favorite player
Oh no.
was Aaron Hernandez.
Oh.
But he was
a
such-
dog
he was
on
a
the
great
field.
player.
Such
He was a
great
dog,
player.
yeah.
Like I loved him as a player. Like I was like, oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, my Kim Possible.
Come on, Kim Possible.
Okay.
Page me, beat me if you want to
Wanna
reach me. Yes. Come on.
But yeah, Aaron Hernandez was like, I loved him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he left, I tried to kind of stay a fan, but not really.
Really, Brady didn't keep you a fan? All those wins, huh? All those
Yeah,
Super
no.
Bowl wins?
I'm honestly not like a big Brady fan though.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, I'm not a big Brady fan.
Wow.
But yeah, the Patriots were like always my team, and then like Marcus has gotten me on the Titans. Like he's a big Tennessee Titans person, so now I'm like, well, I'm kind of like, you know, a free agent right now, so I might just like hop over.
Okay.
I might just fuck with the Tennessee Titans. He got me watching all their games.
Yeah,
period.
exactly. But I love football though. Like football and basketball, I love watching. So like even if like it's not like, oh, this is my team, or oh, I have a team this year,
You
whatever.
enjoy
like,
watching it though.
I love watching it.
Same.
Baseball, I can't watch. I can't. I'm
I
sorry.
can go to a baseball
Yes,
game
I
and get
can
into
go.
it, but I'm not gonna watch
no.
it unless maybe it's a championship game if the Dodgers are into it.
Yeah, like
maybe,
the last
but
innings. Like
the last. That's exactly the last innings, girl.
It's
That's
too
right.
long.
Nope,
You
I
like
know.
baseball?
Yeah.
And I
You can
played
watch it?
softball.
I played softball.
I did too.
I did too.
But I just
Well, then
don't
that's
watch
void,
it.
okay? I like to watch it. Well, yeah, I mean, I grew up playing and watching my dad played professional baseball, actually, like AA. But yeah, I like it. But it is fucking slow, and it doesn't get that exciting till playoffs. I don't avidly watch it.
Okay.
But
There
like
we
once
go.
playoffs come, like I'm definitely watching the Dodgers. Like
Yeah.
she said, I'm watching. Like I was watching the games this playoff, all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, my family's huge on baseball. Like even growing up, I didn't play softball at first. I played baseball. I refused.
Yeah.
I was like very like tomboyish.
Like I'm
I
playing
had-
baseball.
Yeah, so I loved baseball growing up, but I just
Like,
could
I ain't
never get
fucking
used
with
to
that
it.
big ass bat ball because I'm
Right.
a girl. What the hell is
That's
this?
basically my
That was
mindset.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel it.
But yeah, but I never liked. I liked playing it, but I never liked watching it on TV.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people say that. So
It's a slow game. So if you're not doing it, I totally feel that.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, that's pretty much all the sports that I was going to talk about was the fight because the Lakers have been sucking. Ja Morant's looking very good.
as usual,
He is looking
he's so nice.
good.
So is Anthony Edwards.
Yes. The Bulls, surprisingly, aren't doing too bad either.
Nice.
Marcus's team.
Yeah.
Bulls?
We're gonna go see. We're going to Chicago in January to go watch them.
Fun.
That's going to be fun.
Cold,
as fuck.
but fun. Very
'Cause,
cold.
Yes, yes.
Adam Levine is kicking ass out there. I was like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course there's Steph Curry. Like, but other than that, I'd really say the Lakers are really disappointing everybody.
Very disappointing. My football team's disappointing. We can move on.
Okay, well, you're ready to do that. So let's take this right on into TV and movies. I'm really excited because I've been watching a lot of stuff.
Oh, good. I've been watching all the same shit. So.
Yeah. Okay. Before I talk about all the stuff that I was watching,
Justine,
do you have any TV shows or movies you've recently watched that you want to put us onto?
So I don't know if you guys watch Power, but
The new-
Tyreek's, yeah.
yeah.
So I have not seen it yet. I know it came out on Saturday.
Yeah.
What? The Tyreek?
The new Power
yeah.
book.
So it's Tyreek's.
Tariq.
Again, it's like but I love Power. So that's.
It's
the
not
first-
Raising Canaan season 2.
No.
It's
It's the
it's
third
about
one.
it's the third about Tariq.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Power book 2 something.
Something.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah,
of
yeah.
something.
There's so many different variations and shows.
But that I'm trying to think.
Do you watch BMF? Black Mafia Family?
You know what Marcus does? I don't watch it that.
Okay.
I mean, I watch it when he's watching it.
That's the
But
but
it's pretty good.
I mean, from what I've caught, it looks pretty
Yeah.
good. I just haven't sat down and watched it. But the movie I saw the other day, I don't know if you guys saw it, was King Richard.
I started it and I just kind of fell asleep, but I'm gonna watch it
No,
again
it was
I
tonight.
haven't.
really
It's
good.
long, right?
Yeah,
Like 3
yeah,
hours?
it's
Yeah, I
long.
haven't.
But it was honestly I wasn't oh, I have to watch this. But Marcus put it on and I was watching it and I loved it.
It was good.
really good.
I didn't know that much. First of all, I didn't know that there was 5
Yeah, me
Williams sisters, and I didn't know that the
Wow.
mom was just as involved in coaching them
Yeah.
as the dad.
Wow. I mean, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. But
And-
no, the ending was just a great lesson in general. But it's
okay.
crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, I don't really follow them that much, but I didn't know that he basically apparently it's people who know them know this, but he says that he basically had a dream one day and he wrote out their lives before they were born. And he's like, I'm going to have 2 daughters and they're going to be like professional tennis players and they're going to do this. So everything that he was like,
he spoke it into existence.
Yeah, and so like that's why he, once you watch it, like a lot of things he was very hesitant about, and he would always say like, no, like I wrote this, I know what's gonna happen, so no, we're not gonna do that. So it's crazy to see like, damn, like did he really like? I'm about to.
The part that I'm on is where like Venus is kind of pulling ahead of Serena. Like people are more interested in Venus, like going to juniors and stuff like that. And I'm like, I find that so interesting because now it's the opposite. Yes,
totally.
Serena was the one to.
Well, he's in his what he said he thought of or created. He literally said like Venus was older, so that's why she was playing in all these tournaments. Right. But he tells Serena like Venus is gonna be the first. She's gonna be the first at everything, but you're gonna be the best.
Damn.
And like he said that, and it was just like it was the truth. Like she's Venus was the first like. At many things, but Serena is known as the best.
Yeah. Right.
So I was like, damn, maybe he really did. Like,
she is like, what, the most winningest athlete
ever?
Yes.
Like, so.
Yeah.
Go off, sis.
Yeah.
Put some respect on it. Like, I love it. So I love that you said that. I just watched half of that, like halfway through. So I'm going to definitely finish that. Definitely watch it.
Okay, cool.
Definitely
and this is on Netflix?
No.
Where's this on?
HBO Max.
Okay. Well, good thing I got a login now.
You're welcome, girl. Anything else? We are some TV watching people.
Marcus watches so many movies, and I just happen to sit down on the couch and watch with him. So I'm trying to think. I feel like that's
that's it.
What I think of. Yeah.
I feel that. Okay, so you've been watching the same stuff.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I have just all the new. I'm almost done with Narcos.
Okay.
Oh, I love Narcos.
Yeah, the new season does not let you down. Narcos really, they just do their thing, man, every time.
Dog.
Oh, and El Chapo is becoming my favorite character.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Like before, I liked him, but I love him now. Like his character, I love it.
Out.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Mr. Figure It Out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Put It On. Mr. Dig a Tunnel.
Period.
I was like, oh, this has always been his thing.
You ain't
Little
gonna
plots and schemes and disguises and
they're
this.
not gonna give it to us. We're gonna take it.
Like that's very much his thing. Loved Narcos Mexico. So good. We finished it like that. Like no problem.
Right.
I'm going to tell you guys, I don't remember if I said this, so I'm going to mention it. On HBO Max, there is a show called Love Life. The second season just dropped, and the second season is so good. It has a black man, and it follows his love life from when he was married, he got a divorce, and then going back into the dating world and kind of how that all worked out. Such a good series. I talk all the time about like black shows and how we need to watch them so we can get all different kinds and types, and this is definitely a it's funny, it's a comedy, it's a drama, but it's very like, it's a show I don't think you would have expected for a black love show.
Okay.
And I like that. I like it a lot.
Well, unorthodox.
Yes, unorthodox. It's a different type of black man than you're used to. Like, he's not super hip hop. Like, it's just a different perspective of a black man. And I like that. I thought it was cool.
Okay.
So definitely check that out. That's on HBO Max. And it actually made me want to ask you guys a question. What is worse? An emotional affair or a physical affair?
Physical, because I don't play about my health.
I feel you.
And it be like that. Like that, like that.
I would
Put some respect on it.
That pussy.
That pussy. Okay.
I would say I think emotional. Like emotional and physical though. Like if you had sex with them and you liked them.
Versus like just fucking somebody because
yeah. I mean either way it's
sucks.
all a no.
Yeah.
But
For the sake of this, straight up emotional, there was no physical contact. But then the physical was no emotional contact, but
it was physical.
Lots of fucking.
Damn, I don't know.
That's tough.
because I thought like emotional with the fucking. So I was like, well, if you,
That's like
That's just
another
that's just-
relationship.
yeah, like,
no,
that's
That's another partner.
you have a whole nother family.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
Basically. Might as well. Fuck.
Ooh, I might have to say. Oh, I might have to say the physical then.
Mm.
Because emotional, like, I mean, one of you gonna move away, right? Like,
Mhm.
like
Right. No, for sure. That's a tough
yeah, because
one.
you're spending time with them, like intimate. I feel like they're I'm gonna say physical.
Okay. Real.
Physical would definitely be a fucking problem. Like it would
First of all.
definitely be a problem. So don't let this answer fuck you up. But low key emotional might fuck me up.
Yeah.
It really
I feel
might
like they
fuck me up.
both would, just
Like-
in general.
Oh, for sure. But like low key more. Like damn.
Like more,
you
I think
confided in them over me, or whatever
Yo.
you like. You wanted their
my
advice over mine.
non-emotional, emotional ass would be fucked up over some shit like that. Like
that.
you saw an emotional connection with somebody else, like, and then you're like, I'm hurt. Like my
Yeah.
emotional, non-emotional ass
would be hurt.
fucked
It's
up
true.
over somebody emotionally cheating on me.
Yeah.
Like I would be devastated because then it's like, okay, I just, it wouldn't compute. That's what it is. It would not compute in my brain. Like you didn't want to fuck them, or you did want to fuck them and you just didn't get around to it.
Right.
Or
Then you would just
do you
start
just
making
not trust
scenarios
me?
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
that'd
not
be bad.
like, yeah, do you not
That's-
trust me? Do you not love me? I would be very concerned. So
Mhm.
Yeah, see, and yeah, it's hard. I mean, neither. Don't do neither.
yeah, don't do either.
Right.
Because if you come back,
See, that was the thing too. If somebody
Don't take me
only-
here, Ashley.
I'm sorry. If somebody only emotionally cheated, could you take them back?
well, what's emotionally cheating?
I
Like,
plead the fifth. I don't want to disclose these answers because my person may be listening and I don't want to give any fucking flags, green or red.
Wait, but what's emotionally cheating?
Like,
Ooh.
emotionally cheating would be, like Lexi said, confiding in somebody, like having intimate conversations that go outside of just friendships, sharing details about our relationship. Very,
that
very
one.
see,
private.
that one is not it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That one's not it because that makes
yeah.
us look weak as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't do that shit.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
do that shit.
No, that's like, no. That reminds me of like the Usher song.
Mhm.
You know, you confide in them and then they end up leaving. Yeah, no.
Nope.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, yeah, I don't know now.
I'm telling you that shit will fuck me up. Anyway, watch Love Life on HBO Max.
Okay.
Because that's where I got this question from. Just check it out. Very, very funny. I really liked it. I'm also watching Tiger King.
Oh yeah, there's a new season.
I haven't-
Season 2.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we were all swept up in the Tiger King madness. Well, guess what, bitches? It's back. And it's even crazier. I feel like every time they dig into this story and the people in this situation, it just gets crazier.
wait.
Now we're learning more about Carol Baskin's husband, who had a whole nother fucking life.
Oh my gosh.
Like, this man
I can't.
probably, never mind. Don't say that on air, Ashley. Just watch it.
I can't wait.
Just watch it.
yeah.
Because it's fucking me up. Because I am like, wow.
I meant to start that before we got on here today, but yeah.
It gets crazy
I
like
did.
episode 2. So
Damn,
go
okay.
ahead and check that out. You talked about King Richard already, and of course Insecure.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Do you watch Insecure? Justine.
You can catch up quick. They're 30-minute episodes, girl. Don't worry.
are. They
They're
go
30 minutes.
so
There
quick.
is 5 seasons, but there's 30-minute episodes. You could binge the fuck out of it.
This
Oh,
season
I'm
is-
going to now.
The season is
Oh, You
so
would like it. It's, growing up in LA, like you would like it for sure. You can. It's very relatable. I think the best thing about that show is it's relatable. It's very real and it depicts real, like us, like real people and how our lives have been, not like the fake ass like
Yeah.
Hollywood shit. You know.
I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
You're going to remember driving home.
I know,
watch.
but that's what it is. Is it On My Block?
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't start that. Is All My Blood good?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I actually really liked it.
This is like the last season, or they're only going to have one more or something like that?
I think they started the new season already. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't start it.
I liked it.
I'm going to check it out. Somebody else recently told me to watch on my block. With the kids. With the kids. There are kids. Yes, you're absolutely right. Somebody was saying one of the actresses is like 30.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It'd be like that.
Her.
It'd be like that.
I found her on social media and she's married. She's got. I'm like,
You play a
16-year-old. I'm like, what?
Crazy.
Is this?
Crazy.
Ugh.
Good for her.
Yeah, she looks great.
Right? Go ahead, girl. More power to you.
Nice.
All right. Well, then there's only one thing left to do.
One thing, folks, you know what it is. It's to head into Heat Seekers, our music segment, which gives us opportunity to share what we've been listening to, and our amazing guests to also share what they've been listening to. And we throw it all into an amazing playlist on Apple, on Spotify, on Tidal, so you can listen to that eclectic ass shit. We put it on the other day at Friendsgiving, and boy, did it have some hitters and some surprises too.
Yep.
So tap in.
Who put this on?
Right.
What is this? Tap in. It's hours upon hours of music. The link is in the description of this episode. So after we're all done here, you can keep the kickback rocking and listen to all the jams from 102 episodes of Come Thru. Damn. So before we drop our music, Justine, I have a few more questions for you because that's what we do. Who is an artist you feel is underrated?
I would say one I've been listening to a lot is it Thames?
Tim's.
Yes, I would say
loves
Thames.
You were the second person to say Tim.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Because literally I didn't know who it was at first, and like I just kept having the songs on repeat, and I'm like, who is this? And I would say, yeah,
It's your girl,
Yeah.
Tim's. I know it ain't my girl.
yeah.
She been killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yes, I love it. You want a great song? Put Tim's on the hook. Like, it's just something about her voice. I absolutely love it. So
Beautiful.
Orange, if Orange was the place, that EP. Have you heard the latest project she
Not
put out?
all of it. I've just heard like on Apple, like her songs just keep coming up,
keep-
and those are the songs that like I've had on repeat.
I love it. If you haven't specifically gone to listen to If Orange Was the Place, do it. It's such a great project. It's really short, so it makes you want to keep playing it. But she put her foot in it. Like, she did her thing.
Yeah,
So check that out.
my answer.
I love that.
Okay. So hit her with the other.
Who is an artist you feel is overrated? And don't be shy.
Oh, there's so many.
No. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
She's
I
like,
don't
there's
even
so many.
know where to start.
You can say one or you can rattle off a short list. Up to you.
I mean, wow.
We've had some crazy answers on here too, I feel like.
Well, I just feel like, because when you listen to like the stuff that's mainstream and then you listen to like other songs that come up from like people that are underrated, you're like, damn, they're so much better.
Right.
I don't know. I gotta look at my playlist real quick.
Don't be
I'm
shy.
like,
I mean, are they that overrated if you can't think of it this quick?
Yeah,
Or-
I feel like just honestly, I feel like 50% of the mainstream artists are overrated.
Okay. Wow. It's a big chunk.
Yeah, I just feel
Nicki
like
Minaj?
there's- Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Future?
No, I like Future.
Yeah.
I like Future.
That's Ashley's overrated. She said,
No,
fuck this.
I like Future. Definitely Nicki Minaj. I like Future.
Drake?
I like Drake just because he knows how to play the artist role. He knows like the
He
sim
stays in
stuff.
his lane.
Yes, he doesn't try.
He knows how to make a hit,
Yes.
too, though.
Yes. Well, no, yes, but he
Stays in
knows
his
like
lane.
I'm not gonna. This is what I'm good at. Even if it's like the simping, all that stuff.
Right.
Like, this is what I'm good at. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna master that. So him just as an overall artist, I
You
think
can
he's
take it.
great.
Great artist.
All right. Beyonce.
No, because I just think she's a really good performer.
Same.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Somebody came up here and said Rihanna.
No.
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 Look.
And Beyonce.
Yeah.
No. See, no, I mean, I think it depends on what they're looking at. Like, I feel like if they're just looking at I mean, vocals only. Maybe
Right.
if they're comparing it to someone who
Yeah.
can sing, like,
This was some singers saying some of this shit.
So, like, I feel like if they're just looking at, like, vocals, like, okay. But at the end of the day, like, to be an artist, you got to have everything.
More than just vocals, yeah.
So, as an artist, like, as...
The little girl in choir class has vocals. Doesn't mean she's a star.
Exactly.
Susie's not going to be a star just because she can carry a couple.
Yeah.
You know how many people in black churches can sing?
Right.
Uh-huh. And a lot of them should be, like, you know, up on top. Like, there's so many people that have the talent, but they don't have everything.
Yeah.
It's not just the one thing. You can't just have the look. You can't just have the voice or whatever it is. Like, you have to have the whole package.
Yeah.
The
So
look,
to me,
the
no.
voice, the
It's true.
drive, all of it.
Yeah.
All
So
of it.
Rihanna and Beyonce, no, I don't think. Even if some people think they're not the best singers, okay, well, but they know how to
But they're not an overrated artist.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I respect it as well.
Okay.
I respect it.
Those are
Did
good
you have
answers.
any new person you wanted to say for underrated?
No, not yet.
I feel like I haven't asked you in a while, so I wanted to check in.
Not right now.
Okay, I feel that. Any new music before we talk about what we're gonna drop on the pod that you wanted to? Did Adele drop her project?
Adele did drop her project. I haven't listened yet, but I'm sure it's a beautiful body of work. She is so fucking talented.
I love her.
Sorry. I love her. Everyone loves her. Every size, shape, color, everyone loves Adele.
I feel like Adele is one of those artists. Adele and Bruno Mars are very much those artists where even if you don't intentionally go to look for their music or to hear it, you're going to know it. You're going to know the song. Like, hello.
I would have
like
to
you're
agree.
gonna just know. You're just gonna know. You're gonna know the song. Like I feel like that. So I haven't tapped in either because I feel like I need to be in the right space.
Right.
For Adele, I feel like it's gonna be very emotional.
Oh, you know it.
It's called divorce, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Is
I
that
feel
what
like
it's called?
I thought
Because she
so.
did get divorced and she already got herself a new man. Looks very happy. But
I mean, she looks great.
she looks
She's killing it.
amazing.
I don't know
Yeah.
who's her ex-husband.
Some
Some-
cheater.
Wow.
Was he a cheater?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
But I'm pretty. But I will put money on that assumption.
If it wasn't physical, it was an emotional.
Right. Exactly. Either way, I will Google it right now. Did Adele's ex-husband
Well, it says Adele's ex-husband
cheat?
girlfriend. So
Yep, I knew it.
So I just typed in Adele's
I
ex-husband.
knew it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see this guy. Oh, she looks way better than him, Simon.
Yeah, he was like some pudgy white man, right?
Yeah.
That was like balding.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he has
No,
lots of hair.
And
He has
now
lots of
she's
hair.
with a strong black man.
Love to see it.
But anywho, I'm no relationship specialist. But yes, I'm here for Adele. What else? What else new music?
I don't know. Oh, we got the Silk Sonic, but that was out already.
Yeah,
that was out
It
already.
hasn't been too much. We'll probably get some more in the next couple of weeks because of holidays and stuff. But yeah, I did dip back. Well, I did dip back into Young Dolph, obviously after the passing,
Obviously.
and I will say, he has his own label, right? And he made an album kind of like what Gucci Mane did, kind of like what J. Cole did, where it's like a
Revenge of the Dreamers, where it's a compilation.
It's a compilation album of everybody on the record label. It's like a record label album.
Mm-hmm.
So Dolph did that too. It's a brand new. So I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but he owns all his masters. So go stream all his music. He does have this paper route Illuminati with everybody on his label on it. So go give it a whirl. I did. It's a lot of songs, but again, just to support. So I went back into my Dolph bag, and I've really just been on Dolph because of
I
that.
feel it.
Show respects.
I definitely feel it. I will say that real rap shit. So Freddie Gibbs and Jadakiss dropped a song called Black Illuminati, and I actually really like it. I fuck with it. I like Freddie Gibbs. He
Should give us a
pops up-
warning. Real black shit.
real black, like real like bars rap. Bars with a Z.
Right.
Really like it. Check it out. There's also a video that's pretty dope. But that's pretty much all that I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Minus all the other stuff. So with all that being said, Miss Justine, what are you dropping on the podcast? What are you
The
dropping
playlist.
for the playlist?
I would say one of my songs right now is the WizKid Essence featuring Thames.
Well,
that
we love that
is
song.
one of mine.
Is that on the pod?
We've unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the way you look at it, dropped that song already because it's fucking amazing.
Okay.
So if you have something else in the stash,
What about?
We'll take any other WizKid or Tim song.
For real. I love it.
Any other?
I've been on Summer Walker a little.
Oh, do you like Still Over It?
I like the song No Love.
Okay.
I like that
Yeah.
one.
That is SZA? Her and SZA?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. I'm trying to think like what has been like just playing the most with me. I've been really into. I mean, I love R&B, so like I'm more on like R&B playlists.
Go ahead,
I've
girl.
been listening to a lot of old stuff too. Like today, I was driving and I had on like a 2000s R&B.
My bag.
And Joe, I Want to Know came on.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is my song.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
That's right.
It's like Avant Read My Mind. Like, it's
Oh
classic.
my gosh, I love
it. Right
Right?
now is prime
Read Your Mind.
Avant
Yes.
time. Like,
Yes.
niggas in turtlenecks, beige turtlenecks. It's that time of year. It is the Avant time of year.
It is.
I love to see
But
it.
so did you like that song when you were a kid?
Yes.
Because-
I sang it like I knew what was going on. I knew what any of that felt like.
That's what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
God.
I don't know how we were so
Your
passionate
mind,
about these
baby.
things.
I know what you're thinking. I had no idea what they were thinking.
what are they thinking?
Thinking about how to get their dick up again because they just figured it out. That's what they're thinking. Dude, that's how old I was when that song came out. Like,
I didn't even, you know what? You know what's funny? The other day I was listening to 112 and I was like,
Peaches and Cream?
Not Peaches and Cream. What's the one? From the back door. Fuck. Oh shit. Hold on. It's kind of a deep cut, but if you listen to 112, you know what I'm talking about. Is it You Already Know?
yep.
So I was listening to that. This was literally like maybe during quarantine, maybe a little before quarantine. I was listening to it and I was like, all your favorite positions from the back door? Oh my God.
I just realized what all this meant.
I was like, they're
Sir,
nasty.
ma'am. Ma'am, sir, ma'am.
Yeah, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am.
Whoa.
Wow. Slim. It's the S, the L, the I, the M. What? I was literally like, oh my God. And I was singing this walking through the halls at Birmingham.
Girl.
Oh, I remember I was like, I don't know how, probably like 6 years old, and my favorite song was Nobody. And I'm like, now that like as I got older, and I'm like, Mom, you used to let me like play the cassette and sing this
not
song.
the cassette.
Not the cassette, the CD player. I
Yes.
just had a conversation about the CD
The
player.
boombox.
Yes.
Not even the CD player. Because you have to upgrade from the boombox
On
to
your
the CD
shoulder
player.
to the
Yes.
CD player, yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. She said, why was I singing that? I literally remember walking through our high school singing You Already Know
Jeez.
What, back
out
through the back
loud
door?
from my iPod Nano. And I was like, oh my God, I should not have been singing that out.
So
Wow.
wait, are you dropping then, Joe? I want to know throwbacks.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Okay.
good. I'm
Okay.
going to drop a throwback then, just for you. I'm going to drop a throwback.
Ooh, you set the mood.
Yeah, right?
That means it's time to go.
Got to wrap this shit up.
I'm like, it set the mood.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and drop some Usher because this came on and I was like, oh my God. So I'm going deep in the bags. I'm
Wow.
going to confessions.
Oh.
I'm going to confessions. And I mean, honestly, you could probably drop about 90% of
that
this
album.
and
It's good
everybody would
storytelling.
be fucking happy. But I'm going to go ahead and drop That's What It's Made For.
Ooh.
And I just made that decision right now. 'Cause
I could
thought I
tell.
was going to drop something else.
I could tell. I said, oh, okay.
I thought I was going to drop something else, but that's what it's made for. Yes.
Not have an R&B song in mind, guys.
I feel like you need to get on board. Flex.
Well, naturally, I was going to drop a Young Dolph song.
I know, but you know, I feel like you got something you can pull out of the hat.
Well,
Come on, friend.
I mean, I could do Avant, Read Your Mind, because that was my shit. But you know what? I'm actually going to do, because I played the song the other day when it was our special day, Ashley. And I literally do love this
Yes.
song. And I sang it as a kid,
Do
like
it.
I sang Avant. Tone. Fucking Anniversary.
It's our
Anniversary.
To celebrate Come Thru second anniversary.
It was me and Ashley's song.
Yes.
And I put it as our little thing on our post. But yeah, and I did though. I really sang that song as a kid too. Like I knew, and I loved it. It's a great body of work.
You know what song from them I love? You guys should check it out. We're not going to put it on the playlist. Lay Your Head on My Pillow.
Yeah. Lay your head on my pillow.
Lay, baby, lay. That's my shit. That is my shit. I love it so much.
Oh, Lord. Even Pretty Ricky's version of that song. Okay.
Okay, no.
We digress.
No. We're not going there.
Okay.
So with that, we end the show tonight because I can see us spiraling. I can see it happen. We end the show. Thank you so much for coming on, Justine.
For real.
I had so much fun.
Yay.
Thank you. Good. Yay.
Yay. Good.
You heard it here first.
That's right. Tell the people one more time where they can find you, where they can get at you.
Justine _Monae.
_Monae.
All platforms.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you so much again. This was so much fun.
Yes.
We love it.
Good luck with everything and
Exactly.
the goals and growth of the company. Can't wait to see you bloom even more.
That's right. That's right. Well, episode 102 in the books, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what to do. Make sure you
Subscribe, like, share if you care.
real
part.
simple. I go by the name Ashley J. You know, I ask one thing and one thing only, friends, that you put some respect on my motherfucking name, dog. That's it. That's all. And it can be so simple. And I'm here with my A1, my day one, my bestie, Flex Luther.
Big Flex signing out of this motherfucker with my A1 day one. You know what it is, you guys. Episode 102 in the books. Check us out. All platforms. You can also watch us on YouTube, baby.
That's right. We out of here. That's right. Bye. Till next time.
Come through.
Tell your mama to come through.
Right.
Period.
So get your ass in the car and come through. Bye, friends.